What's up, everybody? This is my review of the GripZilla Tornado. GripZilla was kind enough to send Sarah and I one of their GripZilla Tornadoes. I opened it. We put it together. Actually, Sarah put it together. But first of all, first impressions. Packaging really cool. So we got the FedEx box or whatever it came in, and the first thing I noticed was like, man, this thing's heavy. We put it together, and I say the same thing. Man, this thing's heavy. It weighs probably about 3 pounds if I had to just guess. It's definitely well built. You have to put it together. It's pretty easy. There's other videos online how to do that, so I'm not going to definitely bore you with that stuff. I just want to give my thoughts, who I think this is for, what do I think it can improve on, and at the end of the day, is it worth it for you? Let's see what I thought of it. I think the best candidate for something like this is someone who is a arm wrestler, maybe a judo player, a jiu-jitsu guy, a wrestler, something like that, that wants to just condition and toughen up their hands. There's plenty of, I think one of the things that makes guys that are like, I'm just gonna throw a name out there, like a Justin Bishop, a Paul Talbot, Sam Harris, these are arm wrestlers that I think are guys I look up to. These guys are construction workers, roofers, builders, and they're always using their hands. If you ever gripped up with an arm wrestler who uses his hands, you know it's a different thing. There's just like a strength, inherent strength. But because it's heavy, and I don't know if you can see the detail, this is quite, the metal here is quite, it's like a gripper. It's like a hand gripper, one of the GripZilla grippers, a Captain of Crush style gripper. These heavy duty grippers, they all have that like kind of gnarled, like when you're lifting. So what I like about this is while you're holding that, it's definitely, the first thing I feel like it's gonna do is toughen your hands. We've all seen people doing like these exercises and things like that. And here's the thing, I think all strength matters. At the end of the day, I always tell people, what's the best exercise? It's probably the one you're not doing. Just like with dieting, the best way to get in shape, what's the best diet? The one you stick to. With something like this, is it gimmicky? Yeah, a little bit, but that's not a bad thing. It's just different because there's not really anything in the gym. We're at the gym right now. You can pan behind me and look at me. Hey, I'm in the gym. But there's really not really many things in the gym that you can exactly duplicate some of these things. Now, we've been using this the last week or so. We've had it about a week or so. But I've been using it mainly for rehab. You can tighten the thing and make it stronger or weaker. Right now, it's kind of in the middle. But if you watch, I mean, I'm not just gonna do it for a few seconds, but little things like this, I feel like the rotational stuff where I'm grinding, I'm pulling against, if you see from the side, I'm really trying to push, and I'm like wrist curling right here. Wrist curling. I'm not just doing this with my shoulder, I'm wrist curling it. That's the kind of thing, for me, when I do that, I feel great benefit of this. Again, I'm speaking for like arm wrestler, I'm a jiu-jitsu guy myself, and that's what I feel this is. I think it's awesome if you're a desk worker and you don't, you're on the computer all day. I'm not trying to choose my words carefully here, but you don't have to get down and dirty. You're just at work all day. You don't use your hands. You're just typing and stuff like this. If I was a desk worker, like I had a job as a desk job during the pandemic, this is something I probably have at my desk, just between phone calls, whatever. Like, almost think of it like a really, really expensive stress ball. But that's, in my opinion, the best thing this is for. Is this thing gonna make you as strong as John Brzenk? Probably not. But it's a nice supplement if you're already doing gym work, bands, grippers, all the other stuff, and you just wanna add that, put that time under tension, put the hours in, put the 10,000 hours in. Then just something like this, I think, can be quite beneficial. All right, now let's be critical. What don't I like about this? Well, first of all, I had no idea when they sent it to us what the price was. Zero clue. Like I said, I didn't buy this. They sent it to me to do a review on it, and I'm giving an honest opinion. When I clicked on the website and I found it's like $219. I was like, wow, that's very expensive. Part of me is like, I understand it because, like I said, it is a very nice piece of equipment. Is it worth $219? I don't know. For me right now, I don't have the budget to do, to buy something like that. If I did and I had extra money and I'm just like, whatever, maybe. My biggest complaint though is from the design is, there's other reviews on it. The way you tighten it is by turning this in and then you lock it down basically with these washers here. I'm gonna spin it for you to show you real quick. So you tighten it here, spin it with washers like that. And then you can see that it'll get heavier or looser. My biggest pet peeve or my biggest gripe is there's no like marker, like to say it's on number 1 through number 10 or anything like that. You're kind of guessing. So when I do this movement, you can see right now, this one is definitely easier to do than this one. So it's quite hard to get these motions like this exactly right. Is that a big deal or I don't know. That's up to you. Like I said, for me, the biggest thing I like doing this for is either one hand at a time or the rotational kind of stuff like this. So if you can, my fix for it is, say this side's looser, this side's harder. Maybe I do 30 to this side, I switch, I do 30 with this side. Then at least I'm kind of getting the same benefit on both. Again, is it nitpicky? Maybe it is, but it would be really nice if there was some kind of gauge that I knew exactly like, okay, they're both on number 7 or medium difficulty or whatever. That would be my biggest gripe. My other gripe is, like I said, I do think it's pretty expensive, but again, money is, to Conor McGregor, it's probably not so expensive. My final thoughts, you can probably just skip for all the other stuff and go right to this if you really want to know what I think. Should you buy this? Well, who's this for? Like I said, at the end of the day, I think this is a cool tool for someone who works at a desk. I think it feels amazing when you're doing rehab. That's one of my favorite things for me. If I would continue to use it, it would be for the rehabilitation process, because doing something like this to me does feel rehabilitative. I can feel like right now I have a bit of pain here in this thumb and this arm. I have some brachialis kind of pronator pain, but I can kind of isolate it and make this heavier, weaker, and go, and literally just put a lot of blood into my hand. The other thing I like about it is, like I said, it's small. You can bring this anywhere. That's why I like bands and things like this. You go on a road trip, you can bring it in the car with you, or you're at a hotel, you're just, a traveling person, you do work for your job, you throw it in your bag, and like I said, you can either disassemble it or just keep it in just like this. I do think it's well built. I think it's well designed. I wish it did have the, like I said, my gripe within my gripe sections, so you can monitor the exact tension. I do think if you're one of those guys, ladies, and you have all the tools, you have the bands, the grippers, the this, the that, the wrenches, and you're just looking for something extra, you're that guy, you buy it, and you get that, you have everything in your arsenal. Like I said, if it was me, I'm working at a desk here like this, I'm gonna put it down, keep it at my desk. Like I said, it's gonna be a stress ball for strong men. That's kind of how I look at it. But like I said, check them out. I'll put the link to get the GripZilla stuff here in the description. Thanks for sending us that, giving us a chance or an opportunity to review. It's a blessing. And other than that, enjoy your day, and thanks for watching.